Oh shit, it's the beer video. Here we are again. I'm not telling you what day it is because it's none of your business. But it's the beer video, and I'm joined this week by the wonderful Jayden there on my left. They might be on the left on your screen too. And Helen is still missing. If anybody's seen Helen, we're gonna put a 1-800 number. It's right there. You can call it and let us know where Helen's at.
She's in Amsterdam, right? Leave her be.
Oh God.
Let her have.
Spoilers. Jayden
Oh, was
spoilers.
that a spoiler? Was that not canon? Can you edit that out?
Pretty much everything you've said so far is going to be censored. So
Okay.
all that beeping,
I
that's
was
just,
just 45 seconds of beeps. That's fine.
yeah, revealing secrets that they weren't supposed to. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I think that Helen's been public enough with, if you follow her on social media, everybody knows where she's at.
No, yeah, that's what I thought. It looks like she's having a killer time.
It
So
does.
mostly
Yeah.
just excited to talk about how awesome that looks, and I can't wait to hear her stories when she gets back.
Yeah, I'm very excited. She did a Royale with cheese, which I was excited about because America. Jayden, what do you want to tell people about yourself? If you want to say anything at all, or do you can stay a mystery?
No, just that I was so excited about this that I specifically did not drink a like a fruited sour ale, a black Currant. I was like, I don't want to spoil my palate for the beer video tonight, so I'm just super excited to be here.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you came with us to Record Store Day today.
I did, and I had a great time. And Lex loves her Chuck Mangione record. Like I was asleep when she got home, and I was still waking up when she came back in the room and was like, "Did you really get me this?" And I was like, "What? Yeah, probably. What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Don't act like you don't know." And then she brought it out, and I died laughing all over again. It was as delightful as I hoped it would be on the ride
Yeah.
home. It's good.
She texted me probably when she got back, being very excited about the record. I'm like, sorry you don't have anything to play it on, but you know.
Yeah, now someday maybe. Also, I know you were interested in seeing this giant thing of
Oh my
dream
God.
cream from Lush. Oh my goodness, it's dripping actually, which is great, which I didn't realize. But it is giant and it looks like delicious vegan ice cream and smells like delicious vegan ice cream and made me want to go get delicious vegan ice cream, which I did and enjoyed very much. So
Oh, I've just been handed this from the executives at Lush. It says you are not supposed to eat that.
yeah, right.
Just to
Well,
warning
the first
everybody at
time I
home.
went to Lush, I was very hungry, and because everything in there looks like food, but you can't eat it, I had a terrible time, and I refused to go back for a really long time. But this is, you know what, this makes everything right again, so not worried about it.
Brought to you by Lush, the beer video.
Mhm.
Brought to you by Lush Cosmetics. Right, guys, you can cut us a check, couldn't you? Like one check.
Well, that's
But
good. I was gonna say that one of the reasons I picked this IPA was because they marketed it to me so well in the can. You can't really see because my lights are all like, multicolored, but it's like a pink and blue, like watercolor marble thing. And I was like, this is just speaking to me. And I hate when everything else markets to me. I hate when I go to the grocery store and the drugstore and everything tries to get me to impulse buy and I just like shut down completely. But for some reason, when I look for beer, I'm just so amazed by all the can art and all the different, like a Cashmere IPA. What does that mean? I don't know. I could use my imagination. I'm excited about the marketing and sensory experience that they've provided me. So I don't know. Beer's different. Everything else, I don't know. Candy, food. I'm like, just be straight with me. Beer, I'm like, yeah, no, we're all having a good time. Take me on a journey.
try to get that can up one more time so we can try. Yeah, because I was gonna have you go first, so it's good that you went into this. So if you can
Hmm.
try to get it up there to get a little bit of a picture of it.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's coming in. It's coming in. So
yeah.
soft cashmere IPA by Hitchhiker.
Yeah, it looked exactly like the theme on my phone, and I was like, all right, that sounds good.
It
These
looks
are my
dreamy.
colors. This is my jam.
I sort of realized the can kind of makes me think of a bath bomb. Like
Yes.
yeah.
A million,
But
actually, yeah, it definitely has that going on.
so it's an IPA, right?
Hmm.
Is there any description on it? Like what is there like the ABV or does it say anything? Is there any romance copy?
This was very minimal compared to everything else. I don't actually see very much.
Yeah, mine doesn't either.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I guess it just depends.
6.2 alcohol by volume, which is actually like I'm a baby and I get a lot of fruited sours that are like 5-6%. So this is like right in the
Your sweet
sweet
spot.
spot for me.
Yeah. We'll crack it open.
Mm.
Let's get you going here with your first beer video beer. Yeah.
This is good. This is like a little bit sweet for an IPA. And I thought I have a good, last week I ended up impulse buying and trying two different kinds of IPAs. So I feel like I have a nice basis for comparison because last week I tried one that was more flowery and then one that was more dry. And this is interestingly a little bit sweet in a way that I'm not sure how I would describe the sweetness of it. I guess like cashmere, yeah, sure, kind of.
It's like
But it's
drinking a
interesting.
sweater.
Hmm.
It's like drinking a sweater.
Yeah, like it would be like drinking like a light pink sweater, but because it's not a fruity ale, it's not like, strawberry or anything like that. It's like a pink cashmere sweater.
Cashmere always makes me think of Seinfeld whenever George tries to give the cleaning lady that he's sleeping with the cashmere sweater with the red dot on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why. It's just my whole brain always goes to Seinfeld.
Well, there's a Seinfeld episode for everything. You posted something that was really funny. That was a Seinfeld meme, and all I could get from it was that it looked like Jerry was like Heiling Hitler. I know how he does it. I know his arm gesture, but the way he's doing it, I'm just like, I don't know.
He's in the episode. He's yelling undateable. He's going undateable,
Yeah.
and so they have him pause where he's kind of
Unli-
that. I'm
yeah,
not
those
gonna make
Metallica
that.
albums are unlistenable. No, it was very vivid.
Yeah, I got to try to make sure that I don't make that the screenshot for this video because that will not be good. Um, yeah, remind me, Jayden, this is your job. Remind me when I'm done with my beer to say the thing that I'm excited about that has to do
Okay.
with the beer video. And yeah. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
are you is there more you want to say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump off.
No, no, that was it. I think I can put a pin in that mentally to tell you at the end. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. It's good. It's interesting that there are different ways for beers to be sweet. The first time I had a beer that was a little more flowery with like lavender and stuff like that. That was very unique. This is a type of sweet that I don't really have like a good adjective for, but it's like a nice, well-rounded taste. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm pumped. I would get this
You're
again.
you're excited to drink the rest of it?
Hmm.
Nice.
I'm also just really excited to get to my blackberry and currant beer after this because I guess that's what I like deep down. But it was a surprise beer. Lex brought it home, or I might have done that for this.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
those are my two favorite kinds, and they're both new to me. So,
Oh, awesome. Cool.
hooray for me! What do you have? What do you have tonight?
Well, my beer is called No One Loves Me and Neither Do I.
That's right. That's right.
That's the can. And everybody out there is nodding in agreement. Um, it's from Four Points Brewing, which is in Charleroi, Pennsylvania, which is in Pennsylvania.
It is also making me think of that ridiculous van that parks in front of my house that has those ridiculous stickers on
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it.
Yeah, I this afternoon, whenever we picked you up, I pointed that out to Christina. I was like, "Oh, you have to see this van." And yeah. Anyway, Charleroi, Pennsylvania. It's in Westmoreland County. It's near Pittsburgh. I'm bad with directions, so I can't remember what direction it is from Pittsburgh. I think it's east. Nobody cares. It's a fruited sour ale with milk sugar. It's 8.0 alcohol by
That's right.
volume.
You got one with milk sugar. I've been getting a lot of rainbow sherbets and different types of like milkshake types of things that have that
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Also, before we get, I feel like we
Oh,
can't
good.
bring up the van and not tell a little bit about the story before we get too off
No,
topic.
no, let me show the glass, and I'm gonna
Okay.
open and pour it, and
I
you
was
tell
like,
me.
that feels like it would be a terrible piece of entertainment to mention it and not explain it. But look at that.
I'm drinking out of the Rush Fly by Night glass. So go ahead. Let's talk about this van while I crack open this fucking beer. Oh, you know what? It just blew up. That's the first time this has ever happened on the beer video. The first explosion. Oh, Jesus. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
like have the impulse to hand you a paper towel, but that's not a thing that we're not
Oh,
there
yeah,
yet.
no,
But
it is.
so basically there is a van that I've seen parked on different streets like near my apartment and now is actually parked out front. And it's a person obviously lives around here, but their van is covered in like anime girl stickers and like weird anime stickers. And then I keep getting a little bit more detail every time I go by it, but there's like a stickers of words on the back that say like I'm straight up not having a good time, bro.
Yeah.
And like another set of words that's like I hope it doesn't hurt this bad forever. So anyway, I have not even like that's really like funny and cringy, but I haven't even taken a picture of this van to show people because I am convinced whoever owned it's gonna murder me. And I don't want them to like look outside the window and be like, oh, there's someone taking a picture of my van. They're going on the murder list because like it just everything about this van screams like I am wildly unstable and I need to plaster it all over my car so that I have this giant machine. And you know,
That's
the
okay.
person driving it has nothing to live for, and they want you to know that.
Yeah.
So, with all of that said, it's an amazing thing that exists. And your beer reminds me of that. I hope that your beer
It
gives you a
exploded
better
everywhere.
experience than like the certain doom I see in this van that
Beer has sprayed all over the floor,
I'm sorry to hear that.
on my desk. I was listening to everything you were saying. I was
No,
trying
it's
to
okay. I
look
was trying to buy you some time to clean up a little bit
no.
while I told that
I
story. That's
I
rough.
couldn't find a rag. I had to wipe my hands in my Majesty's shirt. My apologies to Carl and Tanner from Majesty's. Sorry guys. I just fucking dried my hands in your shirt. Anyway, look at that. It's a really neat looking beer. It looks like a
It is.
milkshake.
It looks
Um,
kind of like pinkish reddish from here.
it is. It is pinkish reddish. Yeah.
It
Um,
just occurs to me that of all the like milkshake beers I've had, I've never poured one into a glass to see if it froths like that. That's neat.
yeah, the head is thick and like a big cloud. It's like a big puffy cloud.
Hmm.
Um, see, yeah, it just smells like fruit. So let's go for it. It's very tart. Um, it's not as thick as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little thicker just from how it looks, which is not a negative.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of bear. Yeah, it just says what fruited sour ale. I'm getting a lot of berries out of this. I'm getting some raspberry
See, that's interesting
fruit.
because my favorite fruited ales, like fruit sours, are actually not super tart. Like we had a couple weeks ago, a blueberry and French toast one, and it's always a pleasant surprise when there's like a fruity beer, but the end doesn't have that like bite at the end. Like it can do like a really nice, well-rounded flavor with a lot of fruit. And
Yeah.
that's why I end up liking a lot of the rainbow ones. Like I actually haven't had a bad rainbow one that doesn't have the flavors like nicely blended. Like the one that comes to mind, I can't remember the brewer, but it was like lavender and orange and like these bright colors, but they all blended really well together. So it sounded like honestly, I thought I was gonna hate it. I was like, I'm just curious what a rainbow would taste like, but what you're describing has like the things I try slightly to avoid in fruit sours. But
It's not horribly sour. I mean, it's tart, but it's not overly. For somebody who, for me, like you know this, sours are not my go-to. These have been more things I've experimented with the beer video. But yeah, it's sour, but it's palatable. So if you were kind of coming at this saying like I'm not a huge fan, I don't want to, be wincing when I drink this beer. You're not going to wince when you drink the beer. It's not like that.
mm.
It is very fruity. It's very fucking tasty. It's like full mouth explosion. If I can make this beer video more sexual. Yeah, I really like it.
How would you describe the like milk shake aspect to someone who had never tried it before? Because I always think about like, Lex will ask me if she would like different beers, and I always try to think about how to describe what that like milkshake or sherbet aspect is.
Um, the liquid's a little thicker in your mouth, but unlike a stout where it's just the liquid's thicker, this is also frothy. Um,
That's a good way to
so
put
the liquid's thicker, it's a little more viscous than a normal beer, and it's frothy.
it. Mhm.
So if that's a thing that you're not into, then this may not be your beer, but it's also just kind
Turned
of
out to
neat.
be a good trade-off for me because I like the idea of stouts and I can do like I can sip them a little bit, but I can hardly ever finish it. So
Yeah.
that's like a nice trade-off for me because it is a little bit more of like there's a little more substance to it without being so much that I can't finish it because it just fills me up. Like,
And it really sticks. Look how it just sticks to the glass.
mhm.
Thick it is. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good time. I like it. And again, it's 4 Points Brewing from Charleroi, Pennsylvania, where they probably voted for Donald Trump, and but whatever. We'll have to forgive them this one
This is
time.
Hitchhiker. I didn't really know
Hitchhiker
that.
is
Weird.
in, oh boy, that's in South Park, I believe. That's South or Bethel Park, I think it is. Close to Pittsburgh, yeah. It's in the southern end.
It occurs
But
to me, it would be fun if I ever get to come on here again to do one of the like East End Brewing neighborhood beers. Like
Yeah,
it would be really good to, it would be really interesting to do a couple of those in a row and like compare them because,
yeah,
yeah.
that would be fun.
Mm,
We could do each do one.
a series.
Well, I mentioned something exciting or something I was excited about, and I guess I can go ahead and say this because it's out there now. But Decibel Magazine, they do a Reader of the Month, and I am this month's Reader of the Month. I don't have the issue with me. You know, had I prepared for this video, I would have had it with me. But Frozen Soul's on the cover. Frozen Soul, a fucking awesome death metal band out of Texas. But anyway, I'm in the Reader of the Month section. I look goofy as shit, but they asked me some questions, and one of the things they asked about was the beer video. So I gave a little rundown of the beer video. Zach, who you met on the video last week, I mentioned him because obviously he was the inspiration for this whole thing, and took his idea and completely railroaded it. Um, but anyway, if you saw me in Decibel, hi. Now we have to try. No, but so hopefully, more people will see this, and we're just trying to keep it fun, and it's not none of this is fucking serious at all. I just sprayed beer all over myself. So how serious could this really be? It's all
That's
over
a
the
nice
place.
motivator too to like, try new beers, try new things, because it's really
Yeah,
easy to fall into a rut.
yeah. Well, we got some ideas coming up for how we're gonna maybe do some different things with the beer video that will be kind of exciting. I don't want to say anything yet, but yeah, there could be some things coming up that we're excited that will be a little bit of a change, and I think will help expand the brand.
Mm.
You know
Well,
how
you have a good
how I love
vehicle
to
for it now, huh?
you know how much I love to expand the brand. I'm always talking about that.
Yeah, you're definitely in the grind
Yeah,
set.
yeah, just
That's why Decibel loves you so much.
yeah. I hope we'll see, we'll see. I hope there's not people reading it going like, "Look at this fucking idiot." But if they are, they are. What are you gonna do? Um, well, Jayden, this has been the beer video.
Yeah, that was a pleasure to be here and try this Cashmere IPA. And congratulations on being in Decibel. I really like reading your WordPress. It's one of the it's definitely introduced me to a couple of things that are my favorites now. So
Nice, thank you.
yeah.
That's meadmetal.com for people out there who don't know. Um, yeah, we write about metal and not mead so much. I don't know why I called the site that. I do know, and that my
And
original.
really not a lot of meat. I thought that was really funny at one point. You were like, I don't eat beef. And I was like, okay, well, I
When
don't
I
know. I
start,
mean, you don't specify what kind of meat, but I was like,
yeah, well, I started the entire website because my last dog was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and we knew he had about a year to go, and I had lost my job, and things were shitty, and I was like, this is a good time to start a website.
mhm, especially about metal.
Yeah, and so originally I was gonna do stuff like recipes and like beer stuff and metal, and it's just I'm
We
just doing
talked
metal now.
about there was a lack of continuity and some follow through, but for a little while, like because during the pandemic, one of the few things that we could not order in, because like me and my wife did like super lockdown, and one of the few things we could not easily order was like microbrew beers. So when we got our vaccines and got out, we were super
Yeah,
pumped. That was like the one thing I was so pumped to try. And originally, like the first like two or three like fun microbrews that I tried, like one reminded me of a book just based on like a thing that like I had like a whole like spiel about like this reminds me of a thing that a character said in this book and like the flavor plays into it like this. And that happened like two or three times and that was great, but that's definitely not possible. I don't read or drink enough to like maintain that, but yeah, there's all different things that make it fun. So thank you
yeah.
very much for having me.
Thanks for being on, and I think Helen is back next week.
I'm sorry that I just immediately ruined whatever mystique.
Oh God, I'm totally kidding. I'm completely kidding. I just made a joke last week that we sent Helen out on assignment, so
Mhm.
to make it sound, like I was covering for her. No, I think she's blown her own cover. She broke kayfabe herself, so So, well, everybody, again, it's the beer video. Thanks again to Jayden for joining us, and you were wonderful as always. Tell Lexi that I love her to death, and uh, and fuck Ron DeSantis, fuck him, and
Don't fuck him.
Yeah, and quit crying about Bud Light. Not
There
worth
are
it.
so many different angles from which to laugh at that, and they're all truly,
They're all stupid.
yeah,
Who's the
for sure.
snowflake again? Bye, everybody.